Get ready. It's time to surround yourself with some of the best attractions Central Florida has to offer. It's time for the Central Florida Sights and Sounds Podcast with your hosts, John and Anne Marie Carigliano.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our brotherly time. We're happy, giving and taking to the friends we're making. There's nothing we won't do. Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our happy time. This is a festival, and now the best of all, we're here to share it all.
Welcome to Season 6, Episode 5 of the Central Florida Sights and Sounds Podcast, bringing you the sights and sounds of Central Florida's world-class attractions. And I'm your host, Anne Marie Carigliano, and here, of course, here's my wonderful husband, John.
Hi, I'm sick, everybody.
He was supposed to do my part exactly, but he decided to ad-lib, so that's fun.
Yes.
So on this week's show, we are going to head over to the Land Pavilion. We're taking a break from the heat right now in China, but we're going to head over to the Land Pavilion to ride Soarin and Living with the Land.
It's a nice kind of classic attraction. I know we haven't done these rides for a while since they switched to Soarin' Around the World, but I figured just since we're just kind of like, I don't know, we're just tuckered out.
And we're not in California, so we can't go to Galaxy's Edge.
Or Soarin' over California.
Oh. But next week, Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure is opening. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to podcast it because I don't know if we're going to be able to bring on the equipment, but if not, we could talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to head over to the Land.
And head to Living with the Land and then Soarin' Around the World.
Stay tuned.
I always love Soarin'.
Did they ever call it Soarin' over California here?
No, they just called it Soarin'. Soarin' over California only existed at Disney California Adventure. Even though it was the same thing. The small hint was there was a sign out front at the boarding desk that says "Now boarding Soarin' over California." And now we're passing the standby line.
Funny story. I've never waited that much.
It's a lot quieter in here. All right, coming up to the blue hallway. Yeah, they kind of slowly pulse. Sorry, I'm such a fast walker. It's been extremely hot outside. So we've been trying to do indoor attractions. which I'm not gonna argue with. But it was funny, you were discussing earlier, like, why do people come out when it's so hot outside? And I don't understand why they come outside either.
I mean,
Just close the parks down there and something else. It's too hot, folks. Let's just go home.
well, the reason we were even here early in the day is because we were working on Grandma's birthday present with the characters, and
Yes,
it was just too hot.
if you didn't know, Anne-Marie's grandmother, come August, will be 100 years old, and that is quite a feat in itself.
So we're getting all the Disney characters to sign a birthday card for her and take pictures with the sign. And I'm gonna put together a nice. John's gonna put together a nice little slideshow.
Yep. When I say put together a slideshow, hastily put it the week before,
No, he's gonna start working on it now.
right now.
When we get home.
Right, but right now, you said right now.
Right
Where's
now.
my computer? Where's
You
right
have
now?
to do it in your head first.
In my head.
Podcast is put on hold until. Grandma's birthday
Oh,
done.
is that so?
Yeah.
Fair enough. And if you guys can tell, I'm getting over a cold, so yay.
That's why he made me do the intro. So I'm
That's-
sorry if it was terrible.
It was not terrible.
It was terrible.
As my listeners will say, you did a fantastic job.
It was terrible. Bad at podcasting.
You just don't like doing it.
Be able to get you audio of the Hagrid attraction.
What's the name of it?
The Hagrid attraction. Hagrid's magical motorbike adventure.
Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure.
It says something like that. Proper nomenclature for that is hard.
As someone that knows proper nomenclature.
Okay, Disney's Polynesian Village.
Inside joke. Thanks for the inside joke. You're not explaining it.
So there was one day I was at Polly and John was meeting us there, and he sends me a text message, or audio text message that says, "Okay, I'm on my way to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort," and I was like, "You could have just said Polly. I would have known what you meant."
I don't know why I said it, but I said it all fully.
Because you're silly.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to bring your audio
Listeners.
recorder.
I think we'll be okay.
So it doesn't go upside down or anything, so you shouldn't have to be a
It
bag
kind
check.
of does, but I don't think this
But I don't think it's gonna
ride's
be-
gonna have metal detectors
Yeah.
like Dragon Challenge did.
Yeah. So we'll see.
It'll still have lockers for big items,
Yeah.
but if it's on you, you're fine.
Yeah.
we should.
I guess it'd be 2 weeks. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Is this the first time you've opened a ride at Universal? Like, first day?
Probably.
Because, like, you've gone on, like, you went on Fast and Furious for a team member preview.
Yes.
But that wasn't, you weren't there, like, opening day.
No, and I wasn't going to be.
It's okay, nobody blames you. There is... There is rumor that Tom Felton will be there.
Ooh. I wouldn't be surprised because he's in a lot of the advertisement.
Well, and also...
The
he's-
promotional
he's
stuff.
here all the time.
Of course he is.
So it'd be nice to see Draco
Matthew
again.
Liss is the only one that lives in Florida.
Yeah. Because he married a girl that was at your attraction.
Oh. They said the next party to hang tight. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'll have you guys put it
Yeah.
for me. Thank you.
That was a me thing.
Oh, I'm
too.
so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I would have done the same thing.
Looks like everybody was walking.
Yeah. They told them originally to
You
hold.
got the incognito look. No, or not incognito, the actual one.
Sorry, man. Hit him. We were about to, though. Okay. Hit the ball.
No, Maddie, this is what you gotta do. Hit the off.
Any single riders right here, guys? Any single riders?
Me? No, but you're not going until we're all going.
Right hand side, so we can bring that all the way down around to the.
Yes, I am. But honey, no. No, I need to tell him that I'm a single rider, but I'm going with my family. Yeah, we need three. Yes, he does, because he just asked for single rider.
Okay, I just need a party of three now. Party of three. Anybody a party of three?
Just a rider. I'm a single rider, but I'm staying with my family.
All right. Perfect. Thanks.
So I'll be a single rider then, but I can't leave then.
Okay, I got you. All right, guys, going down all the way, and you guys will be on the next flight. Okay, thanks, guys.
No.
So I'm sitting here for the next 20 minutes.
Sure. Okay, I guess we get to use that audio fast pass.
Yeah. The Paul Berry trademark audio fast pass.
What's that?
Fade back in with Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. Enjoy Soarin' around the world.
Soarin'. My name is Patrick, and I'll be your chief pilot. Good morning, dear guests. First, I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety issues. When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and, of course, these little dudes. Next, fasten your seatbelts, inserting them into the buckle on your right. As smaller aviators don't measure up to the height indicator on the seat. Just put the belt through the loop in the center strap before buckling. That's worthwhile. Soon you will be airborne. So if you or your little aviators have a fear of flying or heights, you might want to wait for your party if you like. Okay, let's review. That is seatbelt carrying items, safety strap, fear of heights, keep your hands and arms inside at all times. Have a nice one.
All right, guys, we're gonna start with row 3, followed by 2, and then 1. Row 3, follow me.
Hi, should our glasses be fine? Yeah. Do we don't need to do it? Actually,
Yeah, she did.
okay.
And row 1. Hey guys, can we scoot down one more seat? Scoot down one? Everyone scoot down one more seat.
We are now conducting our final systems check. Please stow all carry-on items in the under-seat compartment. For your safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened during your flight and watch your children.
Bienvenidos. Favor de colocar sus efectos personales en el compartimiento debajo del asiento. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado durante el vuelo y vigilen a los niños. Esperamos que disfruten su vuelo.
Thank you.
Final seatbelt check. Hold the yellow strap on your right-hand side for me. Hold the yellow strap right here.
We're okay.
Yeah, you can leave it. All right, my row 1. Final seatbelt check. Hold the yellow strap on your right side for me. Hold the yellow strap right-hand side. Yellow strap right-hand side.
How do you staple your feet?
So you know for next time.
You gotta be chill. It's children. Who cares?
Soarin to tower. We are ready for takeoff.
gather all your carry-on items from the underseat compartment and exit to your right. Have a great stay here in Epcot or wherever your final destination may take you.
I will say I do enjoy Soarin' around the world, but I really do miss Soarin' over California.
Yeah, it was funny. People that were saying when they were watching Soarin' over California, like, oh great, I can watch Michael Eisner shoot golf balls at us.
I think that part of the reason I miss it is because I like the smells more.
Plus, I love the score more. Well, good times though, good times.
Maybe we'll get Soarin' over California again when our Galaxy's Edge opens.
I'd be totally okay with that.
So up next, we're heading to Livin' Land.
Yes. I love the Adventures by Disney advertisements at the end. Of course, the last one is Shanghai. But most of the places that are in Soarin' around the world do have Adventures by Disney.
Well, especially places like Germany, like the new Rhine River one.
Yep.
Like, I would love to do an Adventures by Disney. You have to have a lot more language.
Yes. Us simple folk can't do those. I still find it funny that this area used to be the old fast pass distribution for Soarin', and now it's just become a seating area. Probably. Oh, they moved the behind the scenes tour.
That's probably a smart idea.
That is a smart idea. Oh yeah, see the whole desk there now is gone.
I always kind of wondered why it was over there. Like, it just seemed like it'd be in the way.
Probably. Sorry. You want to just use it just for the sake of using it? It'd be kind of like pointless.
It's kind of pointless.
It is pointless anyway. Hello. What's up?
Was there not even? It wasn't even replaced.
There was. It was on the other side there, but there's no point. It's
Yeah.
just two?
6.
Rose 6.
Row. Woohoo.
Of the second boat.
Woohoo.
As you board the boat, please lower your hand.
I almost stumbled into the boat.
For your safety, remain
And I was
seated
just about to
with
say,
your
this is
hands
the easiest one to get into because it doesn't even.
inside the boat.
I was like, geez, I only had one margarita today. My goodness.
Or using the
Yep.
Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy living with the land.
Por su seguridad, permanezca sentado con sus manos y brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco y cuida a los pequeñitos. A manera de recordatorio, no tomar foto con flash y luz de video antes de llegar al inardero.
Sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on the planet. But these dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that will one day become home to the American farm. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
We can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. Saudi Arabia and Mexico, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on salt water. Here at Epcot, we're learning to reduce the need for pesticides by using natural predators like ladybugs and wasps to control pests. In Japan, we're learning that by adding composted leaves and other plant material to our soil, we can reduce the need for fertilizers. In farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers,
Will we
we can
meet
enrich the
tomorrow's
soil
growing
without the
needs
use
for
of
food
chemicals.
production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. species in the world, most of us are only familiar with a handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the Behind the Seeds walking tour. It's a chance for the whole family to get up close and personal with the plants and growing techniques in our laboratories. Please keep your hands and feet inside the boat and remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop. Please gather all your personal belongings. Lower your head and watch your step as you exit.
So, always a nice little tour of the greenhouses.
I forget every time that it's bright, and I was like, sunglasses. So, you did mention the behind the scenes tour.
Yes.
Like, I've never done it. I've always kind of wanted to. But it's like a pretty affordable tour when it comes to Disney tours. Like, really the prices. 10 and above is $25, and 3 to 9 is $20. So obviously, if you have theme park admission,
Of course.
it's a fairly affordable tour.
And you get 50% discount with a whole lot of.
So if you're an annual pass holder, Visa card, Disney Vacation Club, AAA Diamond, active or retired military, and
Birnbaum guide coupon.
and of course cast members get a 50% discount. So I mean, it's a really affordable tour, and
It's one of the most affordable tours.
and pretty much one of the only ones left that kind of encompasses what this park was originally about.
Yes.
You know, like education.
Yes.
So
Edutainment.
Edutainment. Like there's a couple of other ones that are offered here at Epcot that are much more expensive.
Yes.
That still kind of encompass that, but there's not a lot left. And you know, it's like if you're thinking about doing a tour, you maybe want to like get into maybe start doing them. This is probably a good first one to do. It's only an hour to hour and 15 minutes, so it's not too bad.
You can't beat it time-wise.
Yeah, and cost-wise.
So, I'm going to let Anne-Marie read the outro.
I don't like the outro.
You read the outro.
Visit us at cfsas.com. Contact us at podcast@cfsas.com. Follow us on Twitter at CentralFLSAS. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube.
So, on next week's show,
hopefully,
we should be having a audio experience of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, and hopefully by next week, this cold will be all gone.
And then he can resume doing.
And then I can resume taking over because Anne-Marie does not like doing that. So.
I'm a secondary person.
You're funny. Anyway, until next week, and hopefully I'll be healthier. Say goodbye, Anne-Marie.
Goodbye, Anne-Marie.
And so long and have a magical week, everyone.
Hana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind.
or forgotten.